Hey guys, Video Fletcher here, and I'm doing a video in a long ass time. Not too long, but an actual gameplay video. Not recently. I don't think I've posted one. So I haven't done a Gears of War news episode in, let's call it a year, I'd say. Yeah, about a year. And I wanted to just round up some things because maybe some people are still on the channel, who knows, but I just wanted to give my thoughts, really. Nothing too much more than that. Basically, a company called Black Studio have taken over Gears of War. A long ass time ago I wrote that article about how to improve the game, etc. Now, if you still feel that holds up and you would like that to be your type of Gears of War game, then feel free to tweet it. I'll put a link in the description, and if you just press the link, it'll automatically tweet it with my article. So if you want to give them some encouragement, some thanks, then that's cool. Like, personally, I'm not really that into Gears anymore. Moment's gone, really. They left it too long, which is bringing me onto my topic. But I do like the game. Someone said, what's your favourite game ever? I'd tell them flat out Gears of War. But it has changed a little bit. Slowly edging away from it. But I think the company deserves some help and, you know, some support, really. I don't know if they're a massive company. I haven't followed it too closely. They're called Black Studio. But if you want to give them a thanks or a shout out or whatever you want to do, then that's cool. I would advise you to just... Well, Epic Games are... Epic Games, I don't know, do they still make it? I'm not sure if they still... I think Epic Games sold it to Black Studio, so I don't think you need to go on their forums anymore, which is fantastic, because those forums were just trash. Tell them that as well. Tell them that they don't accept forum feedback. Forum feedback's just terrible. Just don't do it. But this is bringing me on to the point of terrible game developers. Now, I've played a lot of games. And I will tell you, you do not have time to... I'll tell you from experience, you don't have time to put effort in and time for a crap developer. Don't even bother. Just don't bother. I'll give you some advice. Like, I've been there. I've spoken to developers. I've bloody, you know, absolutely weeped my heart out in some article. I've told them everything. I've given them podcasts. I've given them everything. And they chose to ignore it all. And as a result, their game died. I'm not saying that I could have saved their game, but I'm pretty sure I could have saved their game, you know what I'm saying? So, what games have I been playing? I'll give you a couple, I'll give you 3 examples, right, of games I've been playing and what you should look out for in a game. Firstly, if you enjoy the game, that's a big plus, obviously. If you enjoy the game, otherwise there's no point playing it. So only play a game if you enjoy it. If you don't like the game, and you think it's on some hype train and everyone's telling you to play it, but you personally don't like it, don't bother wasting your time on it, because eventually you'll just... What'll happen is you'll have put time into a game that you're not really enjoying, and you could have put time into a game that you actually enjoyed and you could get good at, and through getting good at, there are opportunities nowadays with games if you are good at a game or entertaining. So there are opportunities for you. Don't waste your time in a game that you don't enjoy. Eventually, people will figure it out that you don't enjoy the content, that you don't enjoy doing what you're doing, etc. Secondly, developers. This is a key point. Now, you don't have time for a crap developer. All they will do is simply ignore everything you're saying and continue to make the same game that they had planned from the beginning. It's just the way it goes, unfortunately. The game I'm playing at the moment, as you're seeing, is StarCraft. I would say this is an average developer. It's not a terrible developer, but it's quite bad. But it's a level above Gears. So this is a game where you get multiple different types of developers. You get some developers that change everything all the time, whether it be good or bad. The game is always changing, always evolving, and as a result, it's always fresh for you. You're enjoying it. It's always fresh. Now, the balance may not be perfect because it's always changing, but there's always a reason for you to come online and try something. There's a developer like Gears where they do nothing to try change it, then they'll do one big sweeping change and it'll ruin the game, and then they won't care to admit that they were wrong, and they will simply mindlessly, no matter how much you give them feedback or help them, they will be doing what they want to do. Now, an example of a really good developer, I would say, unfortunately, is Riot Games. Now, Riot Games isn't amazing, but they play League of Legends. Their game's always changing, it's always got fresh content, and it works. The game does work. Now, personally, I might not enjoy some of their balance things, but they're always open to ideas, they're always willing to change, and they're so active on places like Reddit and their forums and Twitter. Now, the game client and the actual game's architecture, like its servers and such, is pretty awful, but the actual developers are pretty damn decent, give or take. Another good developer that I've had recently is CSGO. Really enjoying CSGO. They provide lots and lots of content, such as they do packs, so after you've played a match, you get a chance to randomly be dropped a weapon skin, or say a sticker for your gun, or an actual more gun camos that you can then go on to Steam and sell on the marketplace. And say you play 500 games and you get 50 drops, 100 drops, and you sell them for 10p a piece, you can go and buy a couple Steam games for £1 each, or you can go and buy a really nice camo. So there's really like no downside to Counter-Strike. The game is super competitive, they know what their audience is. Like at the moment there's the gun called the AUG, the AUG, sure you've played in it with COD, yes, COD. That's kind of broke the balance at the moment, but all in all, that will be getting hotfixed. They're really active. They do ridiculous changes, like there was a small pixel on the menu that was white and the rest of it was black, and someone put up as a joke, Valve, please fix this, it's game breaking, and the next patch, along with all their other balance changes and map updates, it was deleted. Like, they really do care about the small things, and it's fantastic to know that if you've got a problem with the game, they will listen. It's great. Personally, I really like that. They've really upped it. Counter-Strike used to be a bit of a boring game to me, but now it feels more like an actual game rather than like a StarCraft type of game where it's just pure skill. StarCraft doesn't really feel like a game. It's got no gamey elements. It hasn't got skins for sale. As I'm going for like a double command center here, a third command center, sorry. So I'm putting behind the proxy factory. So, this is like a pure skill game. It's not like, oh, gimmicky, you can't buy skins, you can't buy overlays or HUDs or announcer packs, you don't get anything for playing, you get some portraits, that's really it. It's a pure skill game, and as a result, it's slowly dying, I believe. Now, I really enjoy the game, but it's not a game to me. It's like a chess match, and there's got to be a certain type of person to enjoy it, and obviously, it's going to be smaller than the average person's interest. The average person's interest, should I say, is going to be less in a game like this than it is, say, League of Legends or Counter-Strike, where you get fun stuff. It's just natural, isn't it? Nobody really wants to play a really hardcore deathmatch 1v1 where everything's on you, because it's a bit tense. I really like that personally. I love that, because if you beat them, it's all on you. As you can see here, I sniped the command center, the Nexus, and then get out of there. That was my plan for this game. Put him behind with a proxy factory, snipe the Nexus, and tech up with a load of barracks and upgrades. So, like I say, this game, it's like pure skill. It's all 1v1s, it's really tense, it's all on you. If you make a mistake, it can be really annoying, because it's all on you. You can't blame your team, like, say, Dota or League, or whatever. But those are my ideas, and, you don't have time to be... You don't have just time. There's just no time for it. There's no point in you, honestly, ever wasting your time with a developer that won't listen. Now, whether Black Studios will be any good, we don't know yet. But I just wanted to give you some heads-up advice. That's it, really. There are some games that are really active and they're fun, and you may not agree with them, you may not like League style of gameplay, but they're active, they're always creating content, and it's good. When I go in League of Legends, if I leave it a week, a lot will have changed. There'll be new stuff out in a week, and if not, I might have played enough to earn a new champion, and I can play a champion. Now, for me, that's enough to keep me interested and keep me going. But other games, like StarCraft, are slowly losing my interest because there's no reason for me to play. I stopped playing for a long ass time and I dropped to like silver. I'm back up to top gold. I played like 2 days straight and got back up to top gold. Maybe I'll get platinum, but it's not that fun. I'll admit it's not that fun. The fun comes in winning. Again, this is a bit of a waffly type video, but I just wanted to give you a heads up. That's all I can say. If there's anything else I can chat about, I'm trying to think. I'm doing a drop here. Just trying to get a bit more aggressive in my playstyle with Terran versus Protoss, because I feel like if you don't drop them, or you're not really sick at macro, you just get behind. So I'm just trying really dumb cheesy stuff like here, just committing and just sniping a Nexus. Like, screw it, I'll just get the Nexus, who cares? And then currently he's back on one base again. You've got to be careful doing this type of style though, because if you lose everything and you don't have much back home, then you can die. Unfortunately, this was enough time to scout the Colossus, so I can quickly get Vikings up. So yeah, I'm really enjoying Counter-Strike at the moment. That's a game that you may have seen a montage that I made. I don't know why I made a montage. I've never really, recently anyway, been in the mood to make a montage, so to speak. But I just thought, fuck it, let's make one for a laugh. So yeah, you just don't have time for it. The developers that don't listen, their games will die. And no matter how much you enjoy their game, it will die if the developers are rubbish. This is what you've got to understand. Jesus. Is pure and simple. You could have the best game in the world. I'm not going to say Minecraft's the best game in the world. Jesus, no, I hate the game. But everybody loves Minecraft. It's a game that you can get your kids into at an early age and people like it. It's chilled. But if people had been playing the same Minecraft game for like 2 years, has it been out now? I don't know. And there'd been no updates, people would be very bored. However, the developer's active, is always doing stuff. And it is up to the developer. You can help them. You can say, listen, this is what I want from the game. This is what I, feel like I would enjoy if you brought this content out. But if the developer sucks and they just choose to ignore you, it's not going to happen. It doesn't matter much how you cry or you whinge, because it's their personality as a company, as a group of people. If this group of people have decided we are not doing any content for this game for a year, or we don't like these ideas, this is how we like the game, the game we see right now is perfect in our vision, and we don't want to change it, even though all the community want. Honestly, you're not going to change it, you're just not. There's just no point fretting about it. I wasted a lot of time and effort on Gears of War that, personally, I liked the game, but I shouldn't have wasted that much time on it. I appreciate everyone that enjoyed the content. I did enjoy making it. I enjoyed feeling that I had a voice in the community. That was cool. But should I have stopped after maybe... I would say after the Gears 3, after I got bored after the year, I shouldn't have continued for a whole other year campaigning to get it changed. I did it because I'd invested so much time into it and so much enjoyment that I really did feel like if I stopped now, then I wouldn't feel satisfied ending. Like, when I ended my YouTube, I felt satisfied like I'd done everything I set out. I set out to get partnered, I set out to make an audience, I set out to give out tips, and I set out to make people enjoy the game and understand the strategy behind it, and I did all those things. So I could happily end the game, or end the YouTube spree, happy. I wasted too much time, like I say, on Gears, but I did enjoy it. It was just a shame that the developers really let the ball down. There was a lot of people that enjoyed it. There's a lot of people that were willing to change. However, for every person that wanted it changed, there was an equal person on the forums that didn't want it changed. What the developers didn't understand, though, was simply that the forum was a minority with a loud voice. The minority were very quiet because they realised nothing was ever going to get done. So again, just if you pick a game, if you like Counter-Strike or you like League or you like some modern game that's come out, before you invest a whole shit ton of time, just look at the developers and think, are these going to be the right game for me? And if they're not looking like they're going to change anything, then, I get a nice flank here. Got the Vikings on a separate hotkey. and I can pick these off, but I am just ahead. So that was a good game. Planned out my strategy, and it came off. Take out the Colossus, get a good Viking count up, lots of tech labs, lots of bases, snipe his bases, and it was a GG. But yeah, you just don't have time for it, man. Pure and simple. If a new game comes out and you all love it, then give it a year. But if after a year you're getting slightly bored, don't waste your time trying to ask for anything, because the developers will do what the hell they please. Some may change, but it's very rare. So yeah, that was an odd video by me today, but I really just fancied doing a video. So there it was. There was some StarCraft gameplay, and some thoughts. I like to keep stuff honest on this channel. No bullshit, no silly noises, no goddamn scary videos. And if I feel like doing a video, I'll do a video. If not, I won't. So thanks for watching. Thanks for people that watch and comment and all that good stuff. I do read every comment. I'm not even kidding. I read comments all day. So if you've got any comments or any messages, then that's cool. Peace. Have a good one. I'm going to watch Man United probably lose to Fulham, which should be good. Yeah. So peace. Have a good one, guys.